dangerous and capable. If you remember, at what moment did you realize, like you literally sat down and told yourself, I am now dangerous. I am now, not to say him, but like I am now first level danger. Like I know I can do something. What was that defining moment? What happened? How did you feel? Walk me through it.
That defining moment for me came when I got my brown belt in the Marine Corps martial arts program. Because I was like, okay, because this is...
You got the doo-doo belt? Shots fired.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The doo-doo belt of the Marine Corps. And I was like, look, okay, I got this belt. And this belt says a lot because that's just one step away from black.
It is, though. I am the master's pet.
And look.
Shots fired on myself. I'm making fun of this man. This man can kill me 5 different ways in a second.
Learning from this is like learning from that old bearded guy with this that you see in the movies with the slouch in his back, always walking. It's around that equivalent.
Fan can step on your toe and you'd be done for a week.
Because there is no doing it halfway. There's no doing it your way. There's only doing it the right way. And the right way, you're going to do it more than once. Another adage, I am not afraid of a man that knows 1,000 techniques. I'm afraid of the man that does one technique 1,000 times.
I've heard that before. And it's weird because I haven't heard it in a while, and it's sinking and just sitting with you. It sinks in because you're a boxing champion. You've thrown a right jab well over 1,000 times. Your right jab is dangerous for funsies. For funsies. Not even like whatever, but like you can do, my man does Zumba. He's an instructor, that's all I always say. But he can be dancing and teaching people. In his mind, fighting every person that's literally fighting everyone he's teaching
in the
for
room,
fun.
Look.
For fun.
In the room, look, I had some, I call them knuckleheads because they just don't know. But a couple of guys, they would always approach me. I'm like, oh man, how does it feel being the only guy in a Zumba class? And then to shoot back at them, I'll be like, I don't know, I'll let you know when your wife and your girlfriend come out.
Boom.
Boom. And at that moment, complete and utter
silence.
I mean, what can you say to
You win this round, sir. I'll be back tomorrow. All right, so back on topic. What was the defining moment where you knew and were happy about it? Because I imagine you were happy about it once you gave yourself the accolades. Because people can tell you like, hey, bro, you're that guy. And you're like, yeah, whatever. But what was the moment where you realized and accepted that you were dangerous?
I didn't say I had to accept it, but I accepted the fact that I was probably among one of the dangerous the moment I graduated boot camp, because that in itself, when you take any form of boot camp per the military standards, you're already a step above
the
average civilian.
For sure.
There are specific trainings for each branch that not everybody does every day, and I had to accept that. I'm like, okay, I am a Marine now, so now I have to learn the discipline that comes along with being this Marine. So with learning that discipline, I always talk to my staff NCOs, my NCOs. I talked to a lot of the combat instructors. Believe it or not, the combat instructors were extremely helpful. I mean, they hold those billets. They hold those positions for a reason. And
they're not. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I want to go off on a tangent real quick. But my question is that I've heard in the military there's a lot of people who have egos. I've heard that the combat instructors don't need them because they are the most dangerous people that walk among the military. the general can tell you what to do, but the combat instructor, you'd be like, "Sir, what can I do for you?" Because I this is what I've heard. Because like those people, even though they're not getting either their accolades or getting paid as much, those people are like the monsters.
Yeah, man. Look, when it comes to these combat instructors, I'll ask my questions, and whatever answer they give me, I won't say that I'm gonna run with it, but I take it as pretty much gospel, because these guys are the guys that paved the way for fighters like me, and here I am learning the fight, from them. So,
and they're like old as fuck, aren't they?
What they have,
they're like old as fuck, but they're like lit.
man, I can't compare what I've seen to what they've seen, because what they have seen were
some shit. You can't even say. Can't even be put online. Cannot even be put online.
Look,
and that's respectable though, because those are dangerous men. Like, this is the Dangerous Man episode, and I just love the fact, because I feel like every boy is gonna go through a journey, and maybe not every boy, but every boy that wants to be confident and let the world know that if you mess with me, be prepared for me to come back.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. That's some deep shit. That's some deep shit.
Yes.
And
I try to put it into myself and put it into my son. Like, yes, we are men, but at the same time, you have to understand that the fact that with being a man comes a certain aggression towards you.
That's natural.
Yeah,
that's towards you, and it's natural.
That will be completely natural, because other guys, other women, other people, other groups,
animals,
they will challenge you. Mentally, physically, emotionally, they will and they will give two shits about how you feel afterwards.
Not at all. And some of it's just to go off of that, because I know you're gonna teach your daughters too, and men and women are equal, but we're equal in different levels. But you have to teach your son a different way versus your daughters. You're gonna teach your daughters how to defend themselves and hey, blah, 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 blah. But you can't teach your daughters how to punch a girl out because she's being catty.
Right. I don't.
But you're going to teach your son, if a guy's talking down on you,
yes,
you step the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I teach my daughters completely different how I teach my son, because
they're both capable people.
Yes, because my girls are my girls.
Of course. Like, I love you, but you won't fucking.
I'm not gonna put you through what happened.
But you gonna know
my son. Oh yes.
You gonna know.
Yeah, you will understand that is a carbon copy of me. You will
know. He is a dangerous. I don't know how he is, but he is like, if he's a little boy, he is the most dangerous little boy that's walking the streets.
He's growing a lot like I did. Like, he's really not that big, but
he's you. Like,
I saw him sprint. Maybe 2 years ago, I was watching him. It's when I first came back. And I was watching him run or whatever, and he was just running up and down the street with his friends, and I was watching him sprint. I was like, this boy is going to be something unbelievable. And when a father's away from his son, for that long a time frame,
you was proud first.
He kind of latches on to him. Yeah. So he tries to emulate a lot of what I do. So he goes to the gym with me every now and then. He wants to pick up boxing like me, and then
he's trying to get every ounce of his undercover identity, man.
I tell him put his hands up, and he'll just kind of knuckle up like this. But man, when I tell him let me see his rapid fire, he'll knuckle down, and when his form starts to tighten up, I'm like, boy, if that ain't me all over, boy, you about to,
you see, it's a beautiful thing.
You about to rain on somebody.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, because you, due to distance, and I gotta get back on track, but I want to acknowledge the fact, a quick father-son thing. It's a beautiful thing, because there are men who are in their sons' lives. There are men who are in the sons' lives less. And if you still are trying to be in your son's life as a father, regardless of child support, you're just trying to be there as much as you can be. Your son may be tainted by whoever's raising him, but your son is also curious about who you are because his identity is attached to you.
Where shots fired.
Shots fired. His identity is attached to you, and it's your job, whether you take it or not, to impart him with all the things that he's gonna feel because he's a part of you. Not just his mother, not just the motherly things, but there's gonna be, I'm gonna finish this real quick before I take this shot. There's gonna be parts of your essence, feelings, thoughts, emotions, movements that he's gonna feel naturally, and he's not gonna know where it comes from. And you're sitting there is like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's
like,
me.
That's me. like you're not crazy.
Right.
I know where it comes from.
And a lot of the times, they'll question themselves like, why am I like this? Why am I this way? Because your father does the same.
Your father. It's not you, fam. It's you. It's a choice that you're making. Yeah. But bro, like, nah, if you choose to accept this comes from me. You are me, you are your mother, you're your own person. But at the same time, these feelings or whatever, you can discard them anytime, but know that they're validated because another person has felt them. And that's the most releasing and pure feeling for a son to hear from a father. And we switch subjects, but like, let me just tell you without revealing too much, I get it between my dad. I do have an offspring, and he's 4, and he exhibits a lot of the things that I feel, and I'm prepared for the things he may feel one day because I want to make him a dangerous man. I am not dangerous yet. I am capable of being dangerous. I'm not dangerous yet. I'll be.
Whoever told you that lied to you.
Because my mind can be. I don't say I'm dangerous, not because I don't believe I'm not capable. I don't believe I'm dangerous because I know that there is a level of danger I have not achieved yet. So once I achieve that level, then I will, as I asked you earlier, when did you accept the fact you are dangerous? I have not achieved my level yet. I want to achieve that level, not even for me, but for my son. So he knows, yeah, dad's dangerous. Yeah, I can be fun, have fun, and be free, but he's going to teach me one day. I can wrestle you, we can have fun, but one day I'm going to show you, and one day he's going to laugh because it's weird to me, but like when I get punched, I don't get mad about it. I don't laugh. I'm like, yeah, you got me. Like you may have 50 punches on me, but man, I'm gonna get one on you. I'm gonna get one on you. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get my one. I'm gonna tease you. You can be a whole grandmaster. I'm like, guess what? I got one. You're like, I can kill you. You're like, yeah. I got what? You're like,
look,
what?
My coach tells me that he tells everybody that in the gym all the time. Like, look, if you spar him, you're gonna have to stiff down and hit him. Because if you're going to play that patty cake shit, that ain't going to work.
It's not going to work.
You're going to have to hit him. And I mean hit him hard, snuff him.
Let him know. Let him know. Like, because he's going to let you know, because then it's weird, but not in the beginning. It's not the first 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 hits, right? It becomes like, fuck, yeah, that hurt. Give me a second.
No,
right.
It's one of those things where, like, if I keep getting hit, I'm just like, okay, it's gonna numb up eventually. But for me, the more I get hit, the more excited I get.
I feel you. Like until I'm on the ground and not breathing.
I'm like,
if the room's not spinning yet, I'm like, fuck yeah, yeah. Like, I'm an amateur, but this is fun though. Like, I suck, and I suck, but at the same time, I'm enjoying myself. Like, anyways, back to it. Let's take this shot. I got some more questions for you.
Oh man.
All right. So the moment you realized you were dangerous, you said you graduated boot camp.
Yes.
And going on off that, was it the graduation that you realized and accepted you were dangerous, or was it a moment after it where you just like, I'm talking about the moment, like it doesn't, everyone has a different moment, but like the moment you realized and accepted, I am capable of not just only defending myself, but I am capable of walking the streets and I know any other person, whether they know it or not, they can feel my danger.
It was actually the absolute moment when I got home to my mother's house and everybody was there waiting on me, of course.
Of course. Oh, yeah, of course. I'm